Hello, my lovelies. So, I'm a little out of whack today. I got back from retreat, as you can kind of probably tell. So, this is the Stitching Bee Dallas recap, um, just to kind of go over what all went on. It was this past weekend. Um, I don't know what the dates were Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's Tuesday when I'm recording this because Sunday I got home, I was brain dead. And yesterday was, yeah, about the same. So, anyway, I just figured I'd give a little recap of what all went on. I did feed the cat, so hopefully she'll stay over there eating for a little bit. She's been really mouthy lately, so we'll kind of see what happens. So, first and foremost, and I just had it here, we got our little packets when we went in Friday. Now, I did go in early to help Tanya, Needle and Bone, set up her vendor booth. She was selling her bags. She also has some cute little orc containers, and she was giving out candy, all this kind of good stuff. So we went in early. We were able to go through. The stitching room did not open till 9. The shopping was open to the general public at 8. So we got there early so we could get her set up. A lot of people had set up on Thursday, but we ended up going Friday and doing that. So it worked out perfect. It was really nice, and there'll be pictures at the end of this and some video of each of the booths. Um, but it was really great. It was local vendors for the most part. A couple of people from a little further away. It wasn't some of the big vendors that we're used to having, so that was a little different. But we'll get into that when we go further down the line. So we did have the option to be able to reserve a table, $25 fee to reserve a table, and then they did a lottery of to get the order of, you get to basically get, go in, put your name on the table, and then you're able to go ahead and put your stuff at the table. But the rest of your group can't come in until 9. But it makes it great because, like for us, we had 4 tables. So, and it worked out. We got really lucky. We had one accessible with Lucy's table, and then we got numbers 1, 2, and 5. So it worked out really well. By the time I did the accessible, I went ahead and grabbed all of them. It was easier for one person to try to do it instead of having multiple people, and everybody was kind of dragging butt, and they know that I'm just kind of going to plow through and just get it done. So by the time I got the accessible 1 and 2 done, persons 3 and 4 had come in, so I was able to go ahead and do 5, and I managed to get us a good spot in the corner, so that we're able to see the room and not be in anybody's way. And we also had some good light, so that was one nice thing about the place, is they did have decent light, so that was a plus. On the downside, we were not allowed to have electric. So we did not have electric to the table. So I guess they didn't want to have power cords, even though we can use the gaffer's tape. So that was a little frustrating. I did, however, have a way around that, and I'll show it to you here in a little bit. It's all Velma's fault. She enabled me. So anyway, so when we went to go check in, so they didn't do it like a lot of people did. And I don't think a lot of people knew ahead of time. So it caused a little confusion. They are still working on their communication and getting their routine down. I believe this is the 4th event, 3rd one this year. So I think they're still trying to get into the groove of it, which, I mean, you guys know that happens. So instead of having everybody line up like you normally would, when they come up, you could just go ahead and grab your stuff and then you can move to the side. Well, I don't think a lot of people knew that, so they were getting in line, getting ready to go in. And they were trying to do that to keep from having a whole big mash of people, hidden. I don't know. It was a little, like, even the drawing part was a little chaotic, but we got it done in the end. And any day stitching is a good day. So that's where we are. So this was mine. She had that had reserved a table. I don't know why I have a star on there, probably because I'm a troublemaker. I don't know. There was good stuff in here. So we did have a little sheet. Let me get all that out of there. We had our name tag. My name tag is buried down in the little box over here. So we had our daily schedule that kind of told us what was going on, and a guide to the hive that it goes from like, the doors are locked at 10 p.m. till 8 a.m. You get to pick your spot, ring the bell when you get to finish. No food in the room. Drinks should have lids. Keep hydrated. They had water stations for us. And there were places that were local to go eat and things like that. And it says, you have questions, find a worker bee. Look for the black apron. And pretty much all the gals had like a tiara on, because Deb is like the queen bee. So she's got her little tiara on, and all her people did too. So except for Robbie, which, He would look good in a tiara. I mean, okay, maybe next year. Maybe next year. So we also we got the information to save the dates for next year. For their, I guess they're so far only doing two. So we've got the information for that. We did get these cute little art containers. They're like this folded paper, and oh, and I opened it up almost even. No, almost sideways. So the stitching bee. We got a cute little needle binder. I have not taken it out of the bag as of yet. This is the stitching bee. Last year it was a yellow one. And then everybody got, and I brought my board, so hopefully it'll focus in. These cute little deals. So, and my watch is talking to me. Freaking the S word, this Siri girl. But it's a little, not a fob, it's a threader. So it's got a cute little deal so you don't lose it. And I think that was it that was in there. I tried to keep everything together so I could keep it together. But y'all know me. It's always a train wreck. We didn't have Pass the Stash until Sunday, which I thought was kind of interesting. I think the idea was that if there was a patterns or things that you wanted to maybe purchase, that you would do that first instead of maybe finding it on the Pass the Stash table. So it was a little different. It worked. I mean, you could definitely tell when they put the stash out on Sunday, because it was like 30 plus women all zooming over there. So it was pretty cool. I did get a couple of things on the Pass the Stash table. So I didn't go too crazy with it. I was trying to kind of behave myself. But I did get some fabric. There were some different fabrics that they had, some smaller pieces, some different stuff. Linens and Luganas and all kinds of stuff. So I was tickled about that, to be able to have that. And then of course, sitting at the tables, you always have stitchy gifts. Our group usually kind of does it just for like table mate gifts, and a few people kind of do outside of that. And then you see other people that are there, and so they bring you goodies, all kinds of stuff. One of my girls, Sean, I just love her. Okay, so my people know the whole flamingo thing, because I did have put it up here. I don't have it plugged in because I haven't found the cord. It's down in the box. So it was the last thing to go in. I do have it's actually LED, but it makes it look like it's a neon flamingo. And when you see like the pictures, I put them on Instagram, and I usually put one up on my place. So it's all lit up and everything. And so, yeah, gotta have it. Everybody knows where I am. There's never a doubt. And if I don't have the neon flamingo, you'll find it by all the flamingo stuff that I have over there. But back to it. So Sean gave me this. This is like the cutest little thing. It's a bucket of flamingos, but they're little toothpicks. But they're so freaking adorable. Now I was tempted to use these to hold my eyeballs open, because we got up there early every morning. Lordy. I got up earlier to go to this retreat than I normally do during the week to go to work. But we did not stay at the hotel. Tanya and I did not stay at the hotel because we only live about 9 miles from the event. So instead of paying about $300 to stay, like, in these months coming up to Christmas, we decided we'd go ahead and drive back and forth. And to be able to sleep in my own bed, it was worth it. It was so worth it. Plus, Ami girl, little fuzz butt, she did so much better with me coming home every day. Now, she did get kind of freaked out on Friday when I had my bag and I was rolling it out the door. She was talking smack and getting kind of panicky, but that is how it is. Now, Stephanie, she did this. Okay, she is on a whole thing of doing strawberries. She told me, she gave me this one. I thought it was so freaking cute. And it says 2024. Is that not freaking adorable? And it was just awesome. So she found me and she's like, "Hey, I have a goodie for you." And I'm like, "Really?" So I always get so excited. I love getting the love. And then we had, this was not a table mate gift. This was actually from one of my chicks. It's She Cave Stitcher. She does an awesome job. She has she knows me and my pink stuff. So I have this bag of pink. It's Mary is her name, sorry. So I got a pink highlighter. I got a couple of things of pink floss, because, you can never have too much floss. And then she had some floss drops with this really cute floss card is some of the stuff from Dirty Annie's and some others is like the Texas, and it was really cute. And then she has been on a kick. She was saying, she says she can't seem to stop making them, but she has been making some, I don't, I guess finishing pins is what they would be called. There they go. So those were really pretty. Got the little caps on there, which is good because I'll end up stabbing myself. People that know me know that I am less than graceful. My mom did tell me that she had thought about naming me, I think it was Catherine Grace, which would have been funny because I'm anything but graceful. But anyway, and then there was a gal, I did pass out some of my little floss drops. I have them still down in there. That I passed out just as me. Well, actually as the Snitch stitcher. And when I went over there, she had this little goodie over here. So she made these little counting pins. Oh, I've got him strangled for the moment. That really cute little pumpkin guy. And then it had a little floss drop, and then it had this little floss tag. Let me turn it the right way with the stapler on it. I thought it was really cute, or the stitch pattern was super cute. And then my girl Velma. So I met Velma at the very first Stitching Texas. She was doing this amazing piece, and it was a Wonder Woman kind of graphic art kind of deal. It was fabulous. So she gave me this little thing of goodies, of course, because, you know, why not? I got to find a good place for it. But she also had these very cute beeswax molds that she did. Is that not freaking adorable? So she had that. And then, of course, specifically for me, because, you know, my girl knows me. She got me a flamingo needle minder. Let's get it to focus. Isn't that a pretty? And then, ooh, all my magnets are snapping together. And because, you know, we all know how it is. It's the see you next Tuesday. We know what that means. We know what that means. She means it with the best way. And then maybe swearing will help. So I got those goodies. It was super sweet. I just love it. And I actually got a couple more of the little wax guys. She had some, because she made up several so that we could do them. I did a little cup from, it just did like Boo. It had some candy in it and just some little other items. But let's see, here's the other two beeswax guys. Are those not adorable? They were so cute. So yeah, so she loved on us, and you know, it was just great. Oh, and Wanda gave us, it's down in the back. I haven't, y'all, I packed up. I just kind of tossed stuff in. I just said to heck with it and ran with it because that's the way the world works. So anyway, so we did have a shopping room, like I said, and it was open to the public, which I thought was really cool. Now we had to make sure we kept our name tags on so that they knew that we were okay in the stitching room. So if you weren't a paid person, you couldn't go in the stitching room, but you could go shop. So we had, it looks like, so I guess Deborah and the Stitching Bee crew has created the Stitching Bee shop. So they had some different fabrics from other companies. They had like Fabrics by Stephanie, I believe. I saw some XJU. I saw some Bee Stitch Me. I think I saw some Atomic Ranch. So I'm not quite sure how they're all doing that kind of thing. But so they did have that. And they had some Nerd Hoops, and they had some Lowry stands and just some general supplies. And then Mary had some of her little bags, her little sewn bags. It'll all be little clips. I did just a quick little clip of each booth. It'll be at the end. And so it was really cool. It was really neat. But we had, so Needle and Bone, Tanya was there with her bags. And oh, speaking of her bags, so because, you know, best friend bag maker, hello. So I have she knows I love my sugar skulls, and she knows I love my Frida. So she fussy cut it so I could have her. So yay, I have a new bag. She's awesome. And then we had DG Sewing Bee, Debbie. She has some really neat scroll frame covers. She also has some different little project rolls. I bought one, but it's a gift, so I can't show it. Well, I guess I could show it. But the person, yeah, hopefully they don't figure it out. But anyway, but it's this little fabric roll. And it's got this little stuff, and it's got little pockets, and it's got snaps, so you can do it, and then you just fold it up, and then you tie it up, and it's ready to go. So you can put your supplies in there. You could probably put like a small project if you wanted to just kind of fold it up and get it tucked in there. But you could use it for all kinds of stuff. It was really cool. We had the Golden Familiars, Renee. She had all of her goodies, and oh my gosh, her stuff is so yummy. She had grime guards, and she had stitchy mats that had like the little orc containers. She had all her folders and bags and all her goodies, and also had some scissor fobs and needle minders and things like that. So it was really great. The cat is talking, so hopefully she won't get too loud. Anyway, so Renee had her stuff. She also had the little hands that you put on your fingers. It was hysterical. She was like, "Oh yeah, okay," and it has this little hand waving at you. It was a little crazy. The gals from the Crafty Bluebonnet Designs were there. Super sweet ladies. I've actually stitched one of their projects, the Texas State Spool, that you guys have seen in my other projects. That was one of the items that was there, but she has all kinds of stuff. It was so great. So great. Susie Q's Cross Stitch Shop. So Sue, she had her stuff there. She has like needle minders and scissor fobs and patterns and just all kinds of goodies. It was great and she was back to back with Tanya. So we were all picking on each other and joking back and forth, because that's one of the great things about our community is a lot of the people, the vendors that sell, we're also friends with them. And that's why, it makes it a lot of fun, and you get to have that personal aspect with those vendors. So it makes it really nice. We also had My Sister Samplers. Oh my gosh, they have some amazingly beautiful things. Absolutely gorgeous. It makes me want to be a sampler stitcher. It's just not my happy spot. Maybe one day I'll be there, but I'm not there yet. But oh my God, the work, those patterns were gorgeous. It's just not my cup of tea. But that's the great thing about cross stitch, especially cross stitch now, is there are so many things that you could do. There's a pattern for everybody. If you can't find something to stitch on, then you're not looking hard enough. So Nessa's Needle Minder, she had all of her goodies out there. She has like these big fabric rolls. She has needle minders. She has the adult needle minders. They're fabulous. She has all kinds of great stuff. So much fun. She's got clay ones. She's got metal ones. She's got all kinds of stuff. It's always fun to see what she has. Lovely Designs, which is my friend Lucy. She just started doing these project portfolios. It's like they've got a handle and you open them up, and they're freaking amazing. Lucy, I'm waiting for some flamingos, woman. Once you do some flamingos, I am all over it. We had Texas Dawn Designs, which is the beading. It's Bobbi Norris. She is so much fun. Oh my God, I love her. And I want to love beading so much more, because Raymond has tried. Raymond has Ghost Bowie Needleworks. He has tried so hard to get me to love POD beading. I want to love it. My brain and my hands cannot seem to do this well. I'll get there. I'll get there one day. It may take me a while, but I have to kind of get into it. But her stuff, oh my gosh. She is just amazing. Like these little chapstick holders, you can use them as a needle holder. Use scissor fobs. I mean, everything. Her stuff is just gorgeous. We had the Fort Worth EGA there, and they had the cutest armadillos and bull frame weights. So freaking cute. You'll see them in the picture. There's a picture with Sean. She's just kind of waving at us. It was a quick clip. And like I said, the Stitching Bee shop. And I think that is it. We did, yeah, DG Sewing Bee. I think I got everybody. So it was really cool. I was kind of disappointed because talking with a couple of the other vendors previously, that they had been kind of scheduled to be there, or they thought they were going to be there. And then it turns out that they weren't. I guess that the people putting on, the event coordinators, decided they wanted to do, what are they called? Trunk shows instead of having the vendors there. I'm kind of sad about that, because one of the great things about, like I said, the vendor relationships is the personality and getting to visit with your favorite vendors. So we didn't have as many there as we normally would have. And that was very disappointing. Because I guess a few of them had planned on being there, and then the event changed their mind and decided to go a different direction. So Yeah, I'm not real thrilled with that. I was pretty disappointed. I know a lot of people were. A lot of people were expecting a few different vendors to be there, and they weren't. We didn't have a lot of. I mean, there Stitching Bee Shop did have some fabric, but we were expecting some more, like Lap and Loops or Under the Sea Fabrics, Leslie, or some of the other designers that may have had stuff like Lucy Beam. Um, they've been there in the past, and then I guess the event coordinators decided to go in a different direction, and it was kind of a shame. Because, like I said, one of the great things about going to retreat is you get to hang out with these people you don't get to see all the time, and they are our friends. Not only do they design and put it out there, but they're our friends as well. So you kind of miss that personal aspect, and so you don't really get that as much with trunk shows. And I know that some places do that, like StitchCon, it's all trunk shows, and I completely understand why they need to do that. That way, their vendors can come and actually enjoy the show and or the event and get to hang out and actually stitch and be a retreat goer for a change. But it was just kind of weird. It just kind of shifted midway. Like I said, this is their fourth event, and it's like, it was disappointing. But anyway, on with it. We'll keep on going. I did not get a whole lot of stitching done, and I'll go over more of what I stitched on in my floss tube. I'm going to be recording that this weekend. I pull in some of those projects out. So I have a little crate. You'll see a picture of the crate towards the end. You know, it's kind of sad. I have to unpack everything, but I do have a lot of my goodies in here. I do have, oh, I haven't showed this to you guys. And Tanya has not officially brought it out that she's going to be doing these. It's really packed full. So it's this really cool cube, or not cube, it's rectangle, and it's got her wonderful zippers, the rainbow zipper. But it opens up to this awesome tray. And like I said, I've got so much stuff packed in here. It's got pockets over here, and that's where I have my little guy. So there's my Stitching Bee name tag. I always have all my goodies. And oh, another thing that I got from Velma is, please be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s. So yeah, so I have all my goodies in there. Oh, and was it something else from Shauna? She also gave us each needles, a little pack of needles. So that was really awesome. So this is my stitchy kit that always goes with me. I will be doing, a couple of people have asked me and they're like, what do you take to retreat? So what I may do is I may go ahead and, not today. It'll probably be a future video. I'll go through and kind of pack up like the deal, and so you can kind of see what I take with me normally to retreat. It kind of depends on where I'm going, but I usually kind of stick with a lot of the same stuff. Like I said, I still have more projects. Yes, yes, yes. Kelly, you'll recognize this is the damn beach chairs. I didn't work on it. I just wanted to show it because people have heard me talk about it and wanted to see it in person. Um, One of my new things that I did take with me, excuse me, was my new little sprocket printer. So the last day we were all tired, and I put it up on my Instagram. Tanya and I always do, like when we're on the way to retreat, because normally we go and we stay there. So on the way, we usually stop by Whataburger in the morning. We grab a biscuit and we have our drinks. So we always do our little selfie with our drinks, and that's just our thing. We've always done that. So this time instead, well, we did it every morning. But Sunday, I had already had my little tea, and we were sitting there. And you start the last day of retreat is always kind of a little bit of a drag. You're tired, you're sad that it's coming to an end and everything. So I'm like, got my head resting over on her shoulder, and she's kind of smiling, holding up her drink. But I ended up printing one, and I stuck it to her, and I said, okay, in case she's lost, just find me. Well, that can match us up. So it was kind of neat. There was a couple of things that we took pictures of, different things. And so it was nice to have the little sprocket to be able to take those pictures and turn around and have them as like a little sticker. So I just have them in one of my little flamingo bags. And I'm running in our room, because I did not think this through. And of course, I had my daylight. This is my, I think it's called Foldigo. Y'all, this is an awesome one. I always take this with me. It comes in a container, and of course, mine's been stickered up because, you know, you've got to have all the stickers. But it's nice because it folds up and then goes down like this, and I have my cords, and it comes in a case. So it makes it really nice. I just take my little plug-in piece and I put it on one side. I tuck the cords in here, and then I just put it back into the little container and zip it up, and off I go. So it makes it nice, so you always have a light, and it is a little heavy, but it's okay. And then of course we did have our notebook, and there were definitely some things for context that were put in there this time. We got so tickled, so freaking tickled, the first night that, well, there was a couple of times, and all had to do with the same thing. And it was both Velma and Tanya. And we got so tickled that we couldn't breathe. We had tears. I actually spit one out that I was not intending, I was meaning it to be kind of snarky, but I did not realize when I said it how totally off the wall it was. They were all dying laughing, and I'm like, okay, well, it's funny, but it wasn't that funny. And then I'm kind of like rewinded in my brain. I'm like, oh, I did say that. So it was really funny. But we got it, at least I think we started on like a third page of context that came from the retreat. And then one thing that I do, so I do have a few of these big bags from Tanya, and a lot of times I use them to, well, I have one that I usually use to put all my smaller project bags in, just to kind of contain them. And then I'll use that one on the way back for whatever my haul and my swag is. Oh, here's my goodie from Wanda. Wanda is the best. She's like, her embroidery machine. Is that not the freaking cutest? So she made this for each one of our table mates. And of course, I had my little flamingo guy. We joke and call him my stripper flamingo because he's got Velcro. I hang him on my light. And then, of course, I did put up my little pillow that Wanda made me last time. And these are some stitching pins that Tammy had made me for at Annie's retreat, Dirty Annie's retreat. So I think that's it. And of course, I had my little table mat and all that kind of goodies. And then, oh, there's my cord. And I always do take I have a big bag that's got all kinds of other goodies in it too. And then I had my little floss drops. They're made out of playing cards. And so I just have my little thing on here that says, oh, let's see if we can get it to stop blowing out. Just wanted to floss drop a little goodie from me to you. And it's got my QR codes for my Instagram and my floss tube. So I gave those out to everybody, and it was really sweet. It was really awesome. And we also got a little rubber bead bracelet. I think it's on my dresser. So yeah, I don't have it. But I think that's pretty much all the stuff. Like I said, I did get some things on the stash table. There was a cute little pattern that it's like the Four Seasons. And then I found this one. It's Stacy Nash Designs Bees and Birds Sewing Roll and Biscornu and Scissor Fob. And of course I didn't take it out of the package because that would make sense. But it's really cute. Let's see if it'll do its thing. And of course it does. Oh, there we go. So I got a couple of those, and I got another one, but it may be something that I'm going to maybe stitch up for somebody, so I don't really want to show it, because if I did, they would definitely know it was for them. But all in all, it was a good retreat. We had some good food. We found a couple of new restaurants. It was nice this time. The vendors did get a lunch break and a dinner break. That didn't happen last year. So it was kind of tough, but so they got an hour for dinner and an hour for lunch. And but there was a lot of visiting. They gave, instead of doing like regular door prizes and things like that. Now they did give out some stitching bee tumblers, but they give out what's called bee bucks. So and I don't remember the dollar amount that they're for. I think they're maybe $10. But what it is when they draw your name, you get that, and then you can go spend it in the vendor room. And so that way you can get what you want. Because there's a lot of times that I've gone to retreats that they'll call my name, and it's for maybe a pattern or some supplies that I don't use, or maybe I don't need, or it's not my style. So it's a nice way to go about it, and it gets money flowing to the vendors. And so the vendors turn those in at the end of the weekend, and they get that money back from Deborah and her team. So it's a neat way to do it. I think it's kind of cool. So it's definitely something, it's neat to see these different retreats try out different things to see how they're going to work. But I think that's about it. I do, like I said, my voice is sort of there. There was a lot of laughing. There was a lot of talking. Got to visit with my friend Elizabeth. She lives up in Indiana. She comes down for this. And so it's nice to get to see her in person. Got to meet some new peoples. There are even some new peoples. English apparently is difficult for me. But there was a lot of great people getting to meet and hang out with and visit with, and old friends, new friends. So it was a lot of fun, and we were over in our corner, and we were mostly behaved for the weekend. We did get a little loud a couple of times, but it was so funny. I was talking to some ladies all the way at the other end of the room, and they were like, "Yeah, we heard you guys laughing last night." That was the Friday night when I said what I said. Unfortunately, it is not appropriate for this. So if I see it in person, I'll tell you all about it. But anyway, it was funny. It was just a misunderstood word. Tanya said something about putting a key card in a badge, and it was heard in different ways, and then it went downhill from there. That's all I'm going to go with it. But that goes into that context thing and just funny stuff. But we it was really it was a lot of fun. I mean, like I said, anytime stitching is a good day. A few little hiccups and quirks here and there, but it was good. Any getting to hang out with my people, it's the best. Get to meet new people that like the same stuff as me, and in our group. I did end up leaving Saturday for a little bit. A little bit. One of the ladies in my stab and gab group, her husband passed away a couple of weeks ago, so a handful of us decided to show up for the memorial service and kind of surprise her and give her some love and support her. So I took off to go do that. Everybody got to see me in a dress, which is like not something you normally see. It's like, okay, this is like a once in a lifetime thing. Enjoy it while you can. But it was all good, and getting to give her some stitchy love. And she kind of looked at us. She's like, "What are you guys doing here?" And I'm like, "Listen, God may not have made us blood, but He did stitch our hearts together with needle and thread. So that's where we're at." But anyway, I think that's all I've got. Like I said, I'm going to try to get this wrapped up. I did most of the editing on the little mini videos. Hopefully, I can get it all to come together. And then they'll have a couple of the pictures and things at the very end. And I'm going to try to get this posted up tonight. And then I'll be recording this weekend for my regular floss tube. So I'll go over some of the things that I worked on and some future plans. But anyway, just do what makes your heart happy. Keep on stitching. And I love you guys. I'll talk to you later.